Hello dear viewers, today you will see and hear why Windows Phone, Microsoft's operating system, is the ultimate computer, but why did your phone version fail? A story that could either go very well or very wrong. Which unfortunately is what happened. Hello, welcome to the FoundTech 404 channel, and well, let's start with the reasons and a little bit of its history. Let's go back a few years. In 2010, Apple releasing their fourth device, Samsung releasing their first Galaxy S, and Microsoft seeing the success of its operating system for PC, Windows, it decided to risk a mobile version, investing time and a lot of money. Starting its mobile operating system, Microsoft even went so far as to buy Nokia's mobile division for just $7.2 billion. The system was almost perfect, beautiful and very well optimized, managing to run even on cell phones with 512 megabytes of RAM, which was little even for the time. But like I said, he was almost perfect. I'll explain why. A lot of people were interested in the system for the simple fact that Microsoft apps were there, such as Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Ender and so on. Not to mention its design, which is still beautiful today. Joe Belfiore, one of the people most responsible for creating Windows Phone, presented it at MWC 10 in Barcelona. Right away, many people liked the Metro design with the lit tiles with the self-explanatory name, the interactive squares or rectangles with the personalized content. But as Murphy once said, anything that can go wrong, will go wrong. But the reason we'll postpone again in this video. Its first version was Windows Phone 7 series. An interesting feature of this version was the People Hub, which combined the phone numbers of contacts with their social networks to facilitate communication. A few months after its launch, Microsoft decided to remove the series from the system's name because of the criticism. In April of the same year, the Redmond giant made the following statement: consumers want a simple way to say and use the name consistently. What's important is to continue the focus on the Windows Phone brand, which we introduced and will continue to invest in through Windows Phone 7 and beyond. One of the first models that received Windows Phone 7 were the Samsung EMEA 7, LG Optimus 7, HTC 7 Trophy, Mazartan HD 7 and finally the Dell Venue Pro. Sales started from October 2010. The second version arrived with several interesting features, such as its good usability and optimization, but nothing is perfect. A very strange bug was that when the person turned off the device's screen, the Wi-Fi disconnected. The reason not even God knows. Already the following year, at MWC 11, Steve Ballmer, CEO of Microsoft, revealed a major update that would come out at the end of that year. A highlight of this update was version 9 of Internet Explorer, which had better graphics capability out of Explorer, Twitter integration, and support for multitasking for apps. The name of this version was called Windows Phone 7.5 Mango. According to StepCounter, this version was responsible for the initial growth of the system. Before Windows Phone 8, Windows Phone 7.8 Tango was released, a small update for devices that had the previous version, Windows Phone 7.5 Mango, because the 8th version is not compatible on these models because the core is different. Well, let's jump to why the system was discontinued even with all this fame and investment from Microsoft. In version 10 of Windows Phone that was already called Windows Mobile, its endpoint was getting closer, even with Microsoft having invested $7.2 billion buying a Nokia telephony division to maintain the system. Its lack of applications, it was a problem, a fatal problem for the entire system, something that Android and iOS do not lack for applications such as social networks, games and apps in general, since developers preferred to bet on them instead of Windows Phone or mobile. An example is Google itself, which did not allow the use of its apps and services on the Microsoft Store platform. Not only that, at the launch of Windows Phone, Android and iOS were already too big for Windows Mobile to compete with. And today, 7 years after it was discontinued, Microsoft never said anything about it again.